They don't want to face you, they want to snake you. Stay alert to stay alive. Watch your back at all times. Put snakes on the plate and eat great. R.I.P. Young, Las Vegas, Eric, legendary kingpin.
You back to that story we told you about off the top of the broadcast, a deadly shooting in Hickory Hill with connections to Memphis rapper Yo Gotti. Fox 13's Lakia Scott joins us live tonight from St. Francis Hospital. That's where the victims were taken. Lakia, what were you able to find out? Good evening to you.
Good evening, Daniel. Well, at least 5 police sources have confirmed with Fox 13 that the person killed is Anthony Mims, also known as Big Jook. Now, Big Jook is the brother of rapper Yo Gotti. Now, we were at that scene earlier tonight. Police say 2 men were shot outside Perion's restaurant and event center around 4:15. Now, that's on Winchester near Kirby. According to the Memphis Police Department, the victim was inside a vehicle at the time and was brought here to St. Francis Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. Now, I'm also learning there was a second person who was shot and was also taken to the hospital. It has not been confirmed who the second person is, but we do know it is a man, and he was airlifted to Regional 1 in critical condition. Now, the Memphis Police Department spoke with us today in a press conference. Let's listen.
Right now, we do have video that we're analyzing, but we don't have a clear suspect identified at this time. But we know that a weapon was used, a firearm was used in this incident. We do feel like the individual that was shot was possibly targeted by the suspect.
Can you tell us whether one of the victims is Yo Gotti's brother?
I can't confirm anything yet.
Now, again, at least 5 police sources confirmed with Fox 13 that the person killed is Anthony Mims, also known as Big Jook. Big Jook, again, is the brother of rapper Yo Gotti. Now, according to police, there is at least 1 shooter, but there may be more involved.
Now, for those of you who are wondering, why in the world was they there and how does this make sense, the story I'm about to tell y'all? Well, let me set it up for y'all before we get into the details. Eric Boven obituary. Eric E. Boven, 63 years old, recently passed away on Sunday, December 31st, 2023. Wake will be held on Friday, January 12, 2024 at N.J. Ford & Sons Funeral Home, 12S Parkway W, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Services will take place on Saturday, January 13th, 2024 at Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church, 70 in Bellevue Boulevard at 11 a.m. Burial will follow at Serenity Funeral Home, 2638 Sycamore View. For those of you who are wondering why Yo Gotti was at the repast, was not at the repast, was at the funeral, it's simple. Yo Gotti got on a plane after he left the funeral, because there was rumors that the flights were going to be grounded from Memphis due to the inclement weather, a.k.a. the snow. So today and tomorrow it's supposed to snow in Memphis. That's why he left and went back to the A. Big Jook was going to leave in a couple of days, but obviously that ain't going to happen. With that being said, I know y'all conspiracy theories and stuff like that, everything like that. And I know. Y'all gonna say, oh, no, he had him sacrifice and all that crap and everything like that. No, Gotti got on a plane and he left because of the weather in Memphis. Now, if y'all want to say that Yo Gotti can control the weather and all that stuff and everything like that, I got nothing for you. The stuff that Yo Gotti raps about, that's the Boven family and Big Jook's life. Big Jook is the person that Yo Gotti is pretending to be on wax. They are the ones who are what Yo Gotti wanted to be. They took the money and they funded it into Yo Gotti's music career, and that's why the C word and CMG stands for what it stands for, because that's who funded it, pardon me. Now, Eric was married to Yo Gotti and Big Jook's auntie Janet, and that's where the connection comes from them being married. The Boven family last little crime spree, whatever and stuff like that, ended in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, with their son being arrested for running a crazy ring out there. I can't say the D word because it's too early into the video. So basically, here's what happened. There are some dudes sitting at the very back aisles or the pews, whatever you want to call them. And they were just sitting there. Subsequently, they left before everybody and they waited in the car. Now, what I'm about to tell y'all, the police already know. It's a ton of people who can vouch for this that were at the funeral, and they're going to come out and say it later on. So there were some dudes sitting in the back aisles, and what ends up happening is they leave early. Once they leave early, they see Big Jook and his mama get into a car. The mom gets into the back, and Big Jook was on the passenger side. So that's why y'all see where he's laid out at, because once they fired them shots, he fell out the car once they obviously opened up the door. They almost killed Yo Gotti's mama. I just want y'all to know that part. When they got to shooting, when dude ran up and started busting and everything like that and getting Big Jook, yeah, Yo Gotti's mama opened up the door and ran away. This will all later come out. What I'm telling you is 1,000% facts. With that being said, bro, Yo Gotti can't do anything. I know that's not what y'all want to hear. Yo Gotti can't put a bag on nobody's head because who can Yo Gotti trust? The person he could trust was his brother. I 100% believe, not that I know, I believe that Big Jook was going to end up going to jail for the murder of Young Dolph, having an association as far as conspiracy to commit murder, because that's what putting a bag on somebody's head is. Well, also hiring a hit too. But Boven Hernandez is 100% now going to be able to snitch on Big Jook and get lighter sentencing. Yo Gotti had nothing to do with the murder of Young Dolph. His brother did. His brother put the money up. Now, the people who did it, there are a ton of rumors that's going by that. Basically, there was a six-figure deal on six-figure bag on Young Dolph's head, but only 40 bands of that got dropped when Young Dolph got killed. They wanted that money back, and they know that Boven Hernandez was a plug, basically. Big Jook gave the money to Boven. Boven fed his youngins, and that's how that went. But there's still 60 bands that's missing. With that being said, bro, Yo Gotti can't do anything. Because if he does, he's going straight to jail. It's sad what happened, but this is the streets, bro. Big Jook should have had far more security than that, and Big Jook didn't know he was being stalked and hunted and watched. They would have killed Yo Gotti ass as well if he would have showed up with Big Jook, but I don't think Gotti would have operated like that, bro.
What's really hood when I'm through the hood? Nothing be said, we got it overstood. The team fed, yeah, it's really good. Put that on everything, bro, you're never good. What's really hood when I'm through the hood? Nothing be said, we got it overstood.